Hi, I'm Larry Shover, CIO of SFG Alternatives, reporting to you from the CME Group in Chicago on today's CME Option Volatility Report. Well, today's Monday the 29th. Hurricane Sandy is about to hit land. So, as you know, most exchanges did not open today. Most products didn't trade. And if they traded, it was very short time. So there isn't a whole lot to talk about today's volatility. However, last week's volatility was a really interesting story. We saw equity vol, long-term rate vol creep higher against FX vol, ag vol, oil vol, and gold vol, all trending lower. What brought this mixed bag of tricks today from last week? And I'll tell you, I'd like to break it down. First, we had equity vol. Equity vol did rise, but keep in mind that a month ago, the implied volatility in the equity market was basically in the 7th percentile, a 5-year low. So just creeping higher on just some of the bad earnings we had. Long-term rates joined the party. A lot of that was just because sovereign debt spreads widened. On the other hand, we saw FX volatility generally lower. It was propped up a little bit with Canadian dollar volatility, which did seem to hold pretty firm last week. But in general, the FX vol was lower. Gold vol continued to trend lower, especially in the longer terms, as judged by maybe the 1-year to 2-year volatility continues to go lower as we support on that $1,700 level. Oil, again, a 3-week continuation of going lower, even with the tension that we saw in the Mideast. We're seeing correlations between the front end of the curve and the back end of the vol curve start to flatten a little bit as people realize there's a little bit more supply in the market than most people thought. Lastly, with ag vol, ags have been all over the place last week, and most ags volatility has gone lower except for wheat. Wheat had a very volatile week. Implied vols in all months in wheat continue to go higher. A lot of that is just a divergence in poor weather, whether it be Argentina having weather it's too wet, Australia's weather is too dry. Also news coming out with export bans coming out of Ukraine. So now we have Hurricane Sandy to deal with. Who knows what's going to happen with volatility? I just thought today I'd just give you an overview of last week's volatility. Hopefully good things will happen in the days to come. I'm Larry Shover, CIO of SFG Alternatives, reporting to you with a CME Options Report from Chicago.